Coming up first at 4.
Right here on WJZ, and for those of you streaming.
Heartbreak on the Beltway. I'm Mike Helgren with what we're learning about the 6 construction workers killed in a tragic crash.
And I'm Avajoy Burnett. Thousands of crashes happen in work zones every single year. We speak with AAA about the dangers on the highways.
One person is dead, 5 other people in the hospital, including a 15-year-old boy following a shooting this morning in West Baltimore. I'm Alex Slays. Coming up, the latest on the investigation.
And after a little rain to start today, turned out to be a pretty nice afternoon. We're well into the 70s for many locations, but more rain is on the way. Your first alert forecast is coming up.
Live from Television Hill, this is WJZ News at 4.
A devastating crash and a region reeling from the number of lives lost in a construction zone on the Baltimore Beltway. Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Koch.
And I'm Vic Carter. Welcome to those of you watching on CBS News Baltimore and on WJZ TV. The crash happened just before 1 o'clock yesterday on the inner loop of I-695 near exit 17 at Security Boulevard. Today, we're learning the names of 6 workers who never made it home to their families.
We have live team coverage. Avajoy Burnett is taking a look at what is being done to try and keep workers safe on busy roads. But we begin with WJZ investigator Mike Helgren, who has new details about yesterday's crash and more about the victims. Mike?
Denise and Vic, we understand that 2 of these victims were father and son. All of them were inside what they thought was a safe, protected area, protected by concrete temporary barriers when this happened. Now, we asked the Maryland State Police about potential charges. They said once they complete their investigation, that will be up to the Baltimore County State's Attorney. Families of the 6 construction workers who lost their lives on the Baltimore Beltway are heartbroken, with one writing on Facebook, "This is my heart, my soul, my everything." The victims are Sybil Lee DiMaggio of Glen Burnie, Jose Armando Escobar and Carlos Orlando Villatoro Escobar, both from Frederick, and Malin Simmons the second and third, both of Union Bridge. Simmons' family declined comment.
If you see a work zone, it really is imperative to be extra alert, particularly when there are people outside of their vehicles working to improve our road conditions. Yes, this is a tragic, catastrophic incident that we have never seen here with the Maryland State Police.
Police say this Acura clipped a Volkswagen before flipping over and hitting the construction workers who were inside the Jersey walls in the Beltway near Security Boulevard.
Our investigators are looking at all contributing circumstances, including speed, aggressive driving, maybe distracted driving, and even impaired driving, to see if any of those may have been a cause of what happened yesterday.
There were no workers at the crash site today, with families across Maryland mourning one of the deadliest work zone accidents in state history. Now, we have obtained video of this crash. We're looking at it. We're going to have that for you coming up all new at 5 o'clock. It really provides a view of exactly how this unfolded. We should also point out that federal investigators with the NTSB are part of this investigation. Our team coverage continues for now with Avajoy Burnett. She is live with more on these tragic work zone incidents. And Avajoy, what are you finding? Certainly this was a tragedy.
Hi, Mike. Well, there are organizations that keep track of these work zone crashes. And according to the National Safety Council, thousands of people are injured in these work zones every single year. Hundreds of people lose their lives. Wednesday's crash in a highway work zone in 695 in Baltimore County left 6 construction workers dead and the region rattled.
It was just unbelievable. It was just so tragic. There are no words.
Went to work. Did not know that they would not be returning to their families. That's horrible. It is really horrible.
Data from the National Safety Council shows just how dangerous it is for highway construction workers. The nonprofit said in 2020, more than 44,000 people were injured in work zones that year. 857 people died, and a majority of the victims were drivers. But the second highest category of fatalities were pedestrians in those work zones.
When their office basically is on the side of the road, that is a very dangerous set of circumstances.
Regina Ali with AAA says highway work zones are especially dangerous because of changes in travel patterns.
People saying there was this involved and that involved. We'll leave that to the police to determine. But what we can't deny is that unfortunately 6 people lost their lives, not going back home to their families, working on the roads. to make us all safe. So it's incumbent upon drivers to be safe as well.
A practice that's already in play for many drivers.
I've changed my driving habits. But then that just makes me say you got to be extra careful now.
And it is very important to note that Maryland State Police, they're still investigating, so a cause of this crash has not been determined. Live at 4, Avajoy Burnett for WJZ.